Everyone else is out of business.
Yeah.
She's killed everyone.
Hata
wewe also knows how much you sell Efra.
Air fryer.
Yeah.
Mimi sina hela.
Nimeona Sadio is twice tumeanza kuuza jazi zao so 8.
Wait.
You have to reduce.
You don't have cooking appliances?
Things are bad.
Wait.
Oh, we're good.
Oh.
Cooking appliances, do you have?
Just the actual cook.
Okay. How much is it?
30 depends. Which model?
Like
let's
between
say the flagship model is 36k on Jumia.
36k. She's selling an air fryer for 1500.
Can get a fryer 1500.
I'd love to see her air fry some water.
You can choose either to have the that logo ya Champions League or get a new air fryer.
Crazy air fryer. But actually, that's a sick jersey now. Now that we see it in original form.
Oh, appreciate it. The white one's coming. That one, I think I'll appreciate that one more. That one's the best one out of the 3.
Yeah,
we have 6 jerseys this time round, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I like
they knew Kiari was buying, huh?
Sijui. Kurama, they knew we were winning the league, whichever way. Whichever they knew it was up.
Speaking of winning the league, now you're top, huh? Happy?
I've been top for like the last
You've been top
month
for a while,
They weren't top
and he's so
week.
humble.
Yeah,
by the way,
it's just been 1
top
week,
last week.
bro.
he's so humble. I've
Like
never
this
like.
one.
You know who isn't humble? Mo Salah.
Mo Salah actually tweeted. I've never seen him tweet before.
He didn't tweet. He posted it on Instagram.
Okay, shit.
Nah, he
tweets.
tweeted.
He tweets during Eid.
He tweeted.
He tweeted, right?
He actually tweeted.
Yeah, I've never seen him.
I'm not on Twitter and I know he tweeted.
It was on Instagram. That's where I saw it.
Maybe
Nah,
you saw
he-
that. Maybe the same thing, but you saw it on Twitter.
I saw the
correctly.
tweet posting about his Instagram.
Yeah.
Now there was a tweet
I saw a
from Mo
tweet.
Salah himself,
Yeah,
just with the whole statement that he put on his Instagram.
yeah, many had.
I guess.
You guys should have lost that game.
Bro, this whole should have, would have, you know,
Shoulda, woulda, coulda.
we're dealing with definitives right now, definite things that happened on
Yeah.
the pitch.
We should have lost.
Yeah, we should have. Well, the result was we didn't, and we
Carried by
ended
Mo
up,
Salah.
we ended up with 3 points. Yeah, get someone to carry you guys at least.
Carried
So,
by Mo Salah.
What's the problem?
Why are you talking about Arsenal? We're talking
Nah,
about
yeah,
Liverpool.
I'm really on that point. I don't really. Is Mo Salah an Arsenal player?
No, we're talking about
No,
Liverpool.
this is a question. Is Mo Salah an Arsenal player?
Why are we discussing
Is there a
Arsenal?
problem with a Liverpool player carrying Liverpool?
I just think you're over-reliant.
No, that's just so we are over reliant on a Liverpool player as Liverpool.
Yes.
Damn, that does not make sense at all. Why do we pay him? Why do we give Mo Salah the highest
What- my-
paid?
no, my
why
question-
is
my
he the
question
highest
is-
paid Liverpool player?
My question is, why do you guys pay the others?
Why is he the highest? Nah, he's the highest paid for a
Luis
reason.
Diaz, why do you pay him?
He's the highest paid for a reason. We pay Luis Diaz.
You're pissing me off.
Nah,
You're pissing me off.
I'm not really about to get into this whole like
Yeah,
pissing
like,
contest
honestly,
on
yeah.
relying on people because from the minute the season started, Zoom called me halftime for the Arsenal game. He came to look for me.
I didn't call you, I came to celebrate.
Wherever we were watching the game, he came to look for me. He was like, "Yo, from that half, I know you guys are not winning anything.
Honestly,
I've seen
yeah,
it.
yeah,
you
I've
guys
seen
aren't even title contenders." So I'm like, "Bro,
That's
just
facts.
relax. As in, just
You
be
called
calm. Don't
No,
be."
Game me 90,
I
bro.
walked
as
up
in,
to him.
He walked.
No,
He looked for me. We weren't sitting at the
Halftime.
same place. Yeah, he came.
No, we were. What do you mean? We're in the same area.
We're in the same area. You were on the other side of the place.
On the
I was
Arsenal side.
I was on that side.
No, actually, I was with the Liverpool. This guy was with the Bibs.
But I was chilling.
As usual. As usual with the babes.
Why would you not be with the Bibbs?
Fair enough.
So Zoom came up, was excited as usual. Yeah, good half. Always Arsenal stuff, you know. Always
Premature. Everything is premature for them.
everything Premature. He's like, yeah, I've seen that half. You guys aren't title contenders. They're doing whatever. Second half pulls up. Yeah,
Robbed.
serious 45 of you guys pinning yourselves back there, just as a small team.
So you guys didn't
So
pin
that
us
was
back.
done. So then you finally go to the next team. Your narrative, I've been watching the 1 to TV episodes that I'm not here. Your narrative is Liverpool still hasn't played anyone, yeah? The only team we've lost to is a team above you, yeah? So we've played majority of the top half teams.
Okay, Arsenal also have played almost
Yeah.
everyone but one.
So
I think.
it's not...
Played majority of the top half teams.
Yep. We don't... Do you see the Nottingham Forest? You see the Bournemouth that you guys lost to? That Bournemouth, that City lost to. We beat Bournemouth, but it's a nothing result when you look at it because, at that point, there were nobodies. So, right now, the team as we are, we've played teams and we've beaten them. Teams that you guys are finding it next to impossible to beat. So, now when we do get to that point, I don't really see this whole narrative 10 games in 9 more games, we're halfway through the season.
Yeah.
So we'll have played everyone in the league.
9 more games. We're halfway through the season. Fair, yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys have played Brighton at home, right?
We've played Brighton at home, yeah.
You couldn't beat Brighton at home, right?
Wait, I want to ask you a question. Why are we taking our balls out and seeing which one weighs heavier? I was asking about Mo Salah and Liverpool. Where did Arsenal come
Yeah,
from?
I'm really just
Where's
about
the analysis, man, about the
the
Liverpool
analysis
game.
You don't
about
wanna
the
talk
Liverpool
about-
game is as simple as
No,
this.
what I- I just want to point out.
The analysis
I asked him
was-
about Liverpool being
I mean-
over-reliant on Mo Salah. He went back 2 weeks ago to Arsenal versus Liverpool.
I came,
No, context is important.
The
I like
co- the co-
Kiare because
He's
he
giving
gives
us
us
context.
context and then
Ah, okay.
lands. Let him land.
He's giving us lore at this point.
no,
We're
the
3 years
idea,
ago.
The whole idea about being
Lad,
reliant
bro.
on them. Why do we want them to sign a new contract? Who scored the goals against Arsenal? Salah, Van Dijk, Trent gave the assist for the pre-assist for
What
the
a
Salah
ball
goal.
from Trent.
So you
Kiwior
see-
was the assist.
You see those type of players. We have to rely on them because they're world beaters. They're the difference between us and you.
World
so
class.
when you sit down and you ask us why we're over reliant on a Mo Salah, is because you don't have a Mo Salah to be reliant on.
Let me
When you
just
ask us
check.
why we're over reliant on Trent, you don't have a Trent to be reliant on. You're stuck with a White. You're stuck with a Timber. We have whatever the type of world class players we have. We have to rely on them.
And let me
because of
help you.
their
Let me help
quality.
you, Kiare. That's the thing. When you have world class players in your team, they'll always stand out. You with your goggles, that is Arsenal, with Arsenal filter, you don't understand that. You've never had a world class player since Henry, right?
He captain Salah
So
too.
him-
My man.
So when you have a world class player, they'll always stand out. They will look like they're carrying you. When Messi was winning the Ballon d'Or,
Yeah.
he was carrying Barcelona, but Barcelona was not the worst team. That's the thing. When you have good players, yes, he got he's on who did the assist, right?
Yeah.
And then Salah, what was
The-
it? He crossed for the header.
No, which the Van Dijk one?
And
Now
corner.
The corner wasn't him.
Was
The
Salah?
corner
Okay.
was.
But I've seen him also get some assist the previous game.
Now who actually scored? Gakpo just had an assist and a goal for the one, and then Salah just scored his goal.
Yeah, so this is the thing, right? I think Liverpool are relying on their best player, which is very normal. I don't see a problem in that. I
And
think
the
you're
crowd.
just listen. He asked that question to try and distract us from what
Try, I
we
think
are.
I succeeded.
Shut the fuck up.
seen it.
Because we're still
Shut
here.
the fuck up. That's good.
Nah, let
Liverpool's out the way, right?
Now let me just finish on this, because part of the reason why Slot is being underrated right now is because it looks like he's not doing much. It just looks like he's taking over a club team. We're not playing the most entertaining football.
So what do you think?
We're getting results. We're going by. The reality of the situation is, if you actually saw the Brighton game, we won the game in 25 minutes. We should have scored 5 goals in 25 minutes. And Slot literally said it. He was like, went into halftime, told them, when you guys come out, we're not doing what happened against Nottingham Forest. Come out and play. Run. There's no more tactics, just run. We still have the Anfield factor. The Anfield factor, the fans want to pull the ball into the back of the net, whatever type of way. So we have that mixture right now, and Slot is working a remarkable job with like everyone.
So wait, just to cap that, he said, "No more of my tactics. Do what you guys do.
No
and you guys will win the game."
tactics, run. We scored 2 goals within those 25 minutes, created like 6-7 chances. Then
Without tactics.
went back to our default settings of control the game. You see, the good thing about Zuhum is, unaambiwa nini? Haya inakuanga nini? Haya matamshi si mampya mjini.
Yeah.
Ile we mpya mjini. Juu wewe Zuhum hapa is the same one. Last season he came with a new gospel. I'll never forget, tulikuwa hapa control was what was about to win Arsenal the league. Arteta has come into this season with control. So now we have a manager who's incorporated rock metal with control, as you like to term it.
So he's learning
And
from Arteta.
he's not really learning from Arteta
okay,
because
Yeah, that was a bait.
That was a bait. Just carry on, man.
nah,
Carry on,
this
bro.
is why it's not a bait.
Land, man.
This is why it
You
can't be
already
a bait.
baited, cuz.
Oh,
Nah.
you're taking another bait. What? Check it. Focus. Well,
I want more.
I want to support you, but he's gonna throw some baits and then you're gonna take
Nah,
them.
you see why you see when you brought that up. There's a reason why Arteta ni vizuri ameleta Arteta. Niko nataka tu kusema kitu kingine juu ya Arteta.
We'll forget about Slot.
Nah, Slot
Talk
is
to us. Okay.
He's very forgettable, like his tactics apparently. Isn't it?
Slot is not going to stand out to you guys right now. You
For
guys,
me,
are,
for me, it stood out.
you
bro.
guys are going even when
He
right
stood
now
out
people
for me
are-
the
yeah.
day he did that photo shoot. I said, there's something here. This guy,
When people
kuna kitu hapa.
when
stood
people
out.
talk about
cooking.
Managers with certain type of philosophies, managers who have to stick to whatever they're doing, he's a manager who's flexible. He's a modern day manager who knows like, yo, whatever game requires whatever tactics. So we've played different for maybe, I haven't seen us play the same type of way for 3 games in a row. We play according to the opponent we're facing. So that's
No,
a top
I also feel
quality
like
man.
we just like any other new manager. I think we can't say that is what he wants. He is also trying to understand his team. He's trying to understand the Premier League. There's a lot of new variables that he is managing, and so far he's done so well. Kusabu, everything is new to him. New crop of players, new environment, everything is new. Fair enough, fantastic result. At the end of the day, it's the points that matter. We won't start talking about when you guys win the league with 1 point. We at sema unajua, but they struggled to get to control the game, and they, like that wouldn't matter.
That's the thing. Like you see when you go face Chelsea come to Anfield. Chelsea like attacking nowadays. They have bare people to attack, and you decide now we'll hit them on the counter attack, and it's at your home ground. It's not really expected, and we're not really playing on the back foot. You're hitting guys on the counter, and you're still not on a low block. You're somewhere
Katikati.
in
Wow,
the
Skumusha
middle.
Ten Hag,
So
please.
Vitro Kone
Don't
crazy.
remind me of
So-
Ten Hag.
So you see, it's just the adaptation to tactics for me is interesting, and you can see even with the rotation of players, even with some of how the players are actually working right now. Simikas is bound to be one of our starters.
I think
Tsimikas has to be.
he has improved Tsimikas.
Yeah, and Curtis Jones.
And Curtis Jones.
Yeah,
And I also like the fact that he doesn't really have favorites at this point in
Yeah.
time. If you're not performing, he takes you off.
takes you off.
Yeah. And
At
I think
whatever
I think
time.
I think
Right.
I think
At whatever
Robertson
time
Temeke
it is.
Mesha.
So you guys actually haven't played all of the top 10.
Didn't say all.
Huh?
He didn't say
What did
all.
you guys
He
play?
said almost.
Said
And
majority.
he said top 6.
No,
yeah.
that's
Majority of the.
Okay,
top
tell
half.
us, tell us.
Who
not.
we
You
played?
played Bournemouth.
Yep.
You've played Brighton,
Yep.
Arsenal,
Yep.
Chelsea, Forest.
Yeah.
You
How
still
many
haven't
are those?
played,
So that's 5. So you haven't played 3.
and 2 of those you played at home.
Yeah, so what's
So
have
2
we
out
not
of the-
played them? As in, you see this whole concept. You guys lose games at the Emirates.
Nottingham
We've lost
Forest at
the
home,
only
right?
game.
Still.
The only game we've lost has been at Anfield. We've won every away
So
game.
winning games,
So,
so home games
Sorry, I
almost
was
don't
just
matter.
saying.
yeah, this whole home away, because particularly with a weaker stadium as yours, there's no time you
We
can.
didn't lose
say-
it. We
Hey,
didn't lose
Kiari,
it
you're getting
away.
triggered.
I'm
bro.
not getting
We
triggered.
didn't,
It's
we
this
didn't
whole,
lose at home, though.
this
but
whole narrative has been
So triggered.
This narrative is so interesting for me because
You
as
played
Klopp
Bournemouth
said-
at home.
Now, as Slot said this. Slot said, you guys, when the season starts,
Yeah.
everyone keeps on saying the Premier League is the best league in the world. Every game is
Tough.
tough.
out of those 5 games,
So they said this after we won the previous one. He's like, but apparently now that we've won, those
haven't
were
played
easy
any
games.
tough
We haven't
teams.
played any tough teams. So I guess that's new.
No,
so
because
just to
of-
confirm, the top 10 teams that you guys have played, 5 games as of last week, and 4 of them have been at home.
Okay.
So just letting you know.
Yeah.
that's good. That's very good information.
Did we not play you at the Emirates?
No, just that's
Ah,
why I
yeah.
said
You are
4
the
out of
other.
5.
You're the other one.
We're the
So
other one.
the fact that you're even in this conversation, knowing you're coming to Anfield, not.
Anyway,
So we'll give you a guard of honor, just like you always say.
Yeah,
Predictions,
and it will be
predictions.
so amazing.
I
for
think
me.
I think what's happening with
damn.
Liverpool is
we need to wrap up with Liverpool.
is uninteresting. That's why I was watching the Man City game, because for me, being 7 points, and I tweeted this, being 7 points behind Liverpool isn't as daunting as being 8 points, potentially 8 points behind City, because City have done this. If it was, by the way, a Klopp Liverpool, 7 points behind a Klopp Liverpool, I'd be more worried. But he's an unknown factor.
There's a bit there. Just answer correctly. Chunga.
Nah, he
There's
said
no
he's
answer.
unknown.
It's not a
his-
question.
Yeah, that's just his
I
ball
said-
knowledge. If he didn't know Slot before the season, that's his ball knowledge.
Yeah.
It's not doesn't reflect on the rest of us.
Yeah, of course, not the rest of y'all.
Yeah.
You guys watch Dutch League all the
Yeah,
time.
for sure.
Experts and analysts. You guys
Yeah.
even have a show for it, right?
Comes on ESPN, bro.
Of course, bro. Of course.
You get that when you're not streaming.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. So anyway, when it comes to Klopp, Liverpool, I'd be worried 7 points behind. Arne Slot, still too early. If it was Man City, Pep Guardiola, Kevin De Bruyne coming back, and we're 8 points deficit, I'd be really worried. But now it's a 5-point deficit. But at the same time, it comes back down to what Arsenal have to do. But not that I want to talk about Arsenal at the moment. It's just what I'm worried about as a fan. If that's why I was watching the City game. I was celebrating a lifeline by Iraola saving his boy, childhood friend, Mikel Arteta. So that's nice. But hey, you're the biggest winners this weekend, right? In every sense of the word. Tottenham, Aston Villa, you'd rather Tottenham won the game. Chelsea United, they drew. So fair play, man. Fair play.
And that's how ideally people would win the league.
Yeah,
You need things to align.
Yeah, fair play.
And the thing is, I don't understand why you, as an Arsenal fan, you're talking about, City this. Let's be realistic. Your biggest enemy is you.
Our biggest enemy is the referees
It's you.
and injuries.
It's you. It's where.
Think about
You
it.
didn't have injuries last season.
Our biggest enemy.
You didn't have injuries this season
against-
before last season.
Think about it. Our biggest enemy was injuries.
We can segue
against
to Arsenal,
Liverpool,
Maramoja.
right? Huh?
We can just segue to Arsenal.
Segue, yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. By the way, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment in the section below. Let us know what is so triggering about mentioning Liverpool in any conversation, as long as it's coming from me. Kiari, I don't understand.
There's nothing triggering, man. You see the problem is Arsenal sort of like creates this.
No, Arsenal, Zuhum.
No, Arsenal, because I've seen other Arsenal fans who always try and create this whole big team aura around them. So they always want to associate and want to beef with everyone else, try and show whatever they're doing is on the same level. So I don't know. Like as a king, it feels weird when I see like the paupers just talking about what.
KK.
Yeah, it feels weird when you see the guys who
King of Merseyside.
the normals just
Yeah.
trying to discuss
The casuals.
the casuals just trying to discuss what the Royals are doing. So it's like, yo, you don't really know much about you know much about racing in titles, but you've never gotten 90 points in your life. So I don't really know what you know about winning leagues in the 21st century. So I'm not really about to sit down and listen to that type of stuff from you.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
I appreciate your ball knowledge because you know about all kinds of.
Now, if
Title-winning
I know
teams.
Lawton for a fact doesn't know ball, but at least
No.
I'll listen to Lawton now, and I keep on telling Lawton, I'll listen to Lawton right now just because he's a City fan. He knows what it takes to win a league in a year that starts after 2010.
And you know in both because you
As
support
in-
Arsenal back then,
Yeah,
and now you
it's
support
the same.
Liverpool here.
No, you can't use
So you
that.
have a lot of
you
knowledge.
can't use that
You have
card
a lot of
now.
experience.
That card
You can't
will
use
not.
that card now.
It's
What do you
the
mean?
truth.
You can't use that card now.
What do you mean?
Nah.
And when you mention Lawton, it's the same thing. He also uses,
It's good that we said
Why
back
did
then.
you say me no?
Birds of a
Java?
feather and things.
It's good
Yeah,
that we-
that's
it's
Like,
good
okay.
you know, yeah.
It's good that
you
we
guys switch
segue.
teams, so
It's
you
good
relate.
that we're
It gets
segueing to
sound
Arsenal
like-
because I've had this thought the whole weekend. Yeah.
I've been waiting for it.
Yeah.
I've been in your head.
This particular part has been stuck here.
Thanks,
Please
man.
tell
I like that part, bro.
So I've kept on saying, we've kept on saying Arteta has finished 8th twice, finished 5th, then finished 2nd twice. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's in the 5 seasons he's been manager.
6.
6. He's been manager for 6 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah.
5.5.
5.5.
Yeah, 5.5. Finished 8th twice.
Let's round off so that
If
your argument looks better, though.
if we don't count the half, then he doesn't come with the cup.
That's
So let's count
so
5.5.
Of
So
course.
that the FA
We
Cup.
make
is
it
there.
6. We make it 6 so that his argument looks better.
No. But the 6
years.
The 6 has to be there. Bro. I know that's Nah, the 6 has to be there. And the reason the 6 has to be there is because it's always relative. I've had that argument with Zoom. It's 5 when it's about like league positions, but it's 6 when it's trophies. So I've been peeping that a lot. But yeah, now the reality of the situation is you guys have been trying to compare him with every other elite manager.
The stats speak for themselves.
The stats don't speak for themselves. Every other elite manager on planet Earth, Pep Guardiola within 6 years had already quit Barcelona after winning 2 Champions Leagues, after winning whatever six triple or whatever.
Only inherited the greatest player.
No, that's cool.
Let him.
Are we not talking about elite managers?
No. That was a distraction.
Yeah.
He had Messi. We had.
I'll
fucking
help you.
Ozil.
I'll help you.
If you're
filter.
going to if you're going to include Klopp's first 6 years of management, he won bare. At least he'd won trophies even in Division 2, getting those guys up and it won whatever trophies.
He had the
got
greatest.
We can
right
even-
winger.
we can even
The
count-
actually, probably the greatest trio in Premier League history.
No, not. I'm not even. I wasn't even trying
Mo
to include him.
Salah,
Yeah. I was trying to include
Firmino,
him
and
starting off.
Mane, like he had
So-
the greatest trio, and he still only ended up with one. But sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe 490 plus seasons is a bit crazy.
That's one.
But yeah, so he had
We can even
One
add
in 8 seasons. One Premier League in 8 seasons. Sama.
one Champions League in 8 seasons.
One. I'm just talking about the league.
No, Champions League. You have to manage Champions
Bro,
League.
you don't.
You have to.
This is
You don't-
what
you
elite
don't just
managers
stumble
do,
upon
bro.
Champions League.
Okay.
Yeah, the Wenger you chased away in his.
We chased away.
The Wenger you guys chased away in his.
Arteta, Wenger out.
We
Yeah.
chased away.
The
Yeah.
Wenger
He was
brigade
there.
was there when you guys chased out Wenger.
We've done this. I swear to God, we've had this conversation last year.
Wenger's last
and I
6
also
years-
interrupted him by saying we.
Wenger's last 6 years
Let
included.
him cook though.
Wenger's last
So
six,
mid.
no, Wenger's last 6 years included
No, it's not mid.
included 3 FA Cups, included 1 second place finish, included 4 top 4s. Yeah,
That second fish was a bottle, by the way.
yeah, it was a bottle. It was the Leicester
Leicester.
one. Yeah, so
No, we
by
weren't
all,
in it.
No, let
It
him
was Tottenham.
finish.
by
Chelsea.
all,
Let him finish.
by all metrics, by all sense, common sense, by all level of understanding, at this point, if having spent over 600 million pounds,
No, 700 and something.
Let's
700
round off. 750.
Yeah, let's say 750 million.
Let's just say.
Having delivered nothing, delivered zero other than hope. And I've never known anyone to eat hope. I've never known anyone to lift hope. So other than the fact that
Saddam
you guys,
confirm? Have you ever eaten or lifted hope?
No.
Okay.
yeah. So when it actually gets to the point where, and this goes back to the point of you guys trying to sit with the big boys. Yeah, everything about you is about to be elite. You guys wanted to have the best stadium in the UK. You don't even have the best stadium in North London. You wanted to have every type of thing. You try and hype it up. Your manager is mid. Right now, he might be maybe the 6th, 7th best manager in the league. Just
Look at it this way. Like, let me add something. If Arteta leaves Arsenal today, right? Between him and Ten Hag, who's had a more successful career at the club?
The guy who still has a job.
No, I'm saying if he leaves at
Like
this
he's
point, at this
The guy who
point,
still has a job.
no,
Why would he leave now?
no,
Finishing.
We're talking about someone who doesn't have a job and a guy who has a job.
exactly. Getting a job, being employed does not
So
mean
wait,
you're a
so
winner.
wait,
Wait,
okay.
being
All right, no,
employed
no, no.
doesn't mean you have anything.
No, I want to ask you a question.
Burkum is employed.
We're ukuna
Sudi is like.
listen.
Don't talk to me about
No.
employment.
If we're talking about ifs and buts, right? If Mikel Arteta wins a trophy this season, if he wins the Premier League this season,
Yes.
is he more successful than Erik ten Hag?
Yes.
Okay, but that's an. There we
if
go.
he wins.
So that's a.
If he wins.
So that's what I'm saying.
No, you're using a
So we're
trophy.
saying- so
I'm
you're saying-
using an employment.
And I'm telling you,
being
if he
employed
leaves-
doesn't mean anything.
If he leaves,
If he leaves.
Okay, not at this point. Let me just
Hey,
at this point, without him being
Saddam,
sacked.
it's easier
hey.
to just say at the end of the season, if they
if
both
he leaves
review,
at this point,
the 6 years
Salah.
Arteta has been there and the 3 years that Ten Hag has been there,
Two
just
and a
as a
half.
season review with Arteta still in a job, then who will be more successful? Who will have had a more successful stint?
I'm sure Erik
on
ten
paper,
Hag will hold a press conference at some point, and he'll say if Garnacho was not ruled offside, he would be more successful than Arteta right now. And he would say, by the way, where we are right now, my FA Cup and Carabao, very, very important. Very important. Closest to Pep Guardiola even. I'm sure he would.
that's Ten Hag though. I feel like Ten Hag is delusional,
Right.
but then again he has
All right,
trophies.
Cool. All right, this conversation is really boring because I feel like we have this every single time. Ifs and buts,
No,
and then
but-
Kiari getting annoyed.
I'm not getting annoyed at the fact
You're just
that
raising your voice for no reason.
No, I wasn't even getting annoyed at the fact that you are the ones in a position where
Right.
at the end of 6 years, if you want to keep on at the end of the year with 0 trophies and you want to keep your manager for another 7th year, bro, it's
Then,
your level.
Yeah, let
No,
us do
Zoom-
let's do our
it's
level.
your level.
Zoom
What I want
told
to talk
us-
about is the Arsenal game.
Zoom told us Arteta should be fired in 2027, I think.
Yeah, I give him another 3 years.
Like 2027,
Yeah.
if like he should so lazima win anything.
Bro,
That's our level. We're a small club,
going
guys.
10 years without a trophy is literally what Moyes did at Everton. So there's no difference between what Moyes did at Everton and whatever Arteta is doing at Arsenal. They're not winning shit. There's
no
season-
difference.
There are a couple of seasons Everton
There's no
finished top
difference.
4 under Moyes.
There's no difference.
There's just more money.
Was there a title race for David Moyes?
Finished top 4 twice, I think.
Was-
Is that a
Was
trophy?
he-
Is that a trophy
was
for
he-
title race?
Was Arteta being slapped up by other teams? No, he wasn't. other top 6 sides. No, he wasn't.
Everton was slapping up other guys.
Was he in the Champions League?
I literally said he
I think
qualified.
what he's saying in terms of improving Everton and having Everton play a certain style at a certain level, it's the same thing Arteta's done with
he improved them
Arsenal.
as a certain style.
Yeah.
How?
So he's developed a style for Everton.
Which is?
Being hard to beat, low block.
He developed
this-
he developed your manager.
You don't remember?
He signed your manager, bro.
What do you mean?
Coleman and this left back guy, Baines.
And Arteta.
Yeah, and Arteta,
bro.
Arteta was in attacking midfield.
Jagielka right there.
Yeah, man.
Bro,
Yeah.
Tim Howard as a keeper. We really know what this guy did.
What's the future of Arsenal looking like? Because
I don't want to talk about future, bro.
I think-
that's a
no,
bit
no,
far. That's crazy.
no,
I want to talk
we-
about the Arsenal results with Newcastle. That
we
performance.
we have to talk about
was
the
a
future.
shambles. No,
We'll talk about the
we
game.
get it. The
We're
Edo news has
interested
come out.
as potential, like rivals. Maybe not you, but as a potential top 6 rival with you, I'm interested to
I
know.
thought you were in the title race.
No, I'm in top 6. Come on.
What happened?
Hear me out.
What happened, brother? I thought you were.
We find a
You know
manager.
that thing for. You know that thing for Squid Game. I thought you were well off. You know? What happened? What are you doing?
We
here?
find a manager. So now we're in top 6 with you. So now I need to
No,
know, I
no.
need to understand.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I can have a conversation with Nottingham Forest and Chelsea, Tottenham, Aston Villa, but not United. No, United. You guys are 12th.
Yeah, we're actually
13.
really
Shut the fuck up.
badly off.
What's the point difference
So
between you two?
no,
4
just-
points.
So if
Imagine.
The point difference between you is 4 points.
No.
so if
It's
you're
a
If they had won.
Yo,
If they
guys,
had
let me
won.
ask you a question.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Arsenal
if
have 18 points.
if you're
United
director
have
of
6 points.
football,
Okay,
12.
so.
if you're director of football, yeah, mid project, right? Because this is still a project, the Arsenal one.
Phase 5.
Phase 5 or whatever phase
Phase
they're
5,
in,
bro.
right? Decides to join Nottingham Forest whilst the project is still going on because they haven't won the Premier League. What does that say about the project? If the guy who started it, a big part of it, has
Have you not
left
read the article?
to go to
He
Nottingham
tried to
Forest?
Have
quit. He
you
tried
not
to
heard
quit
the news?
before, though. He tried to quit before.
Yeah.
He tried to go for the same. He tried to take over the same
Same job.
job.
No,
Before.
he was offered.
He was offered the same job. Tried to quit. Arsenal
Evangelos,
refused.
the owner of
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest
Went back.
and 2 other clubs, wanted to sign him in the summer for the CEO role of the group
Of clubs.
Of clubs. And after our CEO left, that Indian dude, what's his name? Venkatesham, right? He left. Edu wanted the job. He wanted,
you guys
he
had-
wanted the job to be CEO.
So he
of
replaced
Arsenal.
Adani.
Aja, TA, anything you want, bro.
Makes sense. But you bought Pepe through the
But Bencho,
Adani.
shut the fuck up.
Through the Adani guy.
they bought,
That was
they bought
definitely
Pepe.
Who, Edu?
Adani.
Adani.
The Indian guy.
part of the money that's being
No,
used
he
for
was.
Yeah, actually, Venkatesham was part of that
Pepe
group.
money. There's no way
Venkatesham was
Pepe
part of
money
that.
was
The
legitimate.
transfer happened in a hotel, no?
Yeah, there's no way that Pepe money was legitimate. That
Yeah,
one
it
was
was.
definitely, yeah.
Pepe money.
70 something mil.
So he got passed over for the CEO role because he wasn't given an interview, and this guy came back. The Nottingham Forest owner came back, offered him much more money, and that CEO role to oversee
The
his
clubs.
group of clubs.
Okay.
Bro, but
So-
you know how fucked up it is to take that role? Exactly, that's a
No, yeah, because like I feel like this season is so full of promise.
Now it's back to
And-
Naeem's point because me I have that question. You see, that group is not like any other group. It's not like Klopp going to take over the Red Bull group with Salzburg.
It's Nottingham Forest, for
Leipzig.
fuck's
It's
sake.
Forest, some Greek team, and Sg Water. There's nothing you're about to do that's about to be incredible.
Yeah.
So you've been given some 3 mid-ass teams to be the CEO, and you've chosen that. over
I-
Gary,
chilling with Arsenal.
surely you understand this more than anybody else. You think he's going to work there for free?
Nah, if I'm
I'm pretty sure whatever number he's been slapped,
No, but come
you'd
on.
get up right now.
I
and leave
don't
one
think
to
I
team
don't
and
think
go.
a combination of Olympiacos, Nottingham Forest, and whatever will give him more than you
I
guys
don't think
can
it's
offer.
about the appeal.
Will give you more than you guys can offer for
No, he
a
has.
director of
Just
football.
imagine,
that you
He's
consider
been
that
offered
highly.
more money.
No, just
He's been offered
imagine-
more
just
money,
imagine,
and not
like-
director of football, the chief
CEO,
executive officer.
Yeah, I'm getting
The
the
boss.
role change, but if you're talking about money, this is exactly what I'm saying. If you're talking about money, the role doesn't need to change. If he's a good director of football, you can give him that £5 million if that's what he wants.
You know, what I don't like is why do we talk as if money isn't such a massive factor. Like I get this whole ambition thing, especially when it's on the pitch, especially when you're a manager or something. Director of football. Today I saw some funny thing, bro. Actually cracked me up because Trophy Logic has now come up for director of football chats. Ati, yeah, but what is your boy for Liverpool, the guy who got you the first success? Edwards. Yeah, he won way more than Edu. Bro, they're directors of football. Nobody counts trophies for them.
They're
Of course they're
they
part
have
of the
a role
project.
of the project.
Of course they're part of the project.
That's their CV.
Everybody is a part of the project. Even the chef is a part of the project.
No.
So
You're
then
not
to
going
get
to count. You're
to
not going to
then
count
go
trophies.
to then go and compare, you know, oh, what did Maldini win in comparison to the football director of Inter Milan? Let's put that up. Nobody does that, bro.
Nope.
That's where we're at right now with Twitter. That's why I find it funny.
But that's a
Now here we go with
that's
a
an
white
okay
collar
thing
job.
to do,
It's
though.
not.
Why?
It's a
If
If
white
you're
collar
comparing
job.
two director of footballs, yes, not football with a player.
No, we're not talking about football with a player. We're talking with two directors of football.
You can't. You
Someone
should.
say-
you name
He's
the
like, yo, I won
achievements.
this guy.
But
I
you
won
name
this
the
and that.
He
achievements,
builds the
bro.
team. Like it's
For example,
part of-
You
for
name the
example,
achievements.
for
Edwards
example,
built the team. Like part of-
Edwards is a fantastic director of football, right?
And you name his achievements when you say that. You say
Absolutely.
he has
When
won
Edwards
this, he's
went
done
out-
that.
Absolutely.
He's
But
revitalized
goals-
the team in
but
this
goal-
and revitalized the team in that.
You see, when we talk about football clubs, guys, when we talk about football players, when we talk about managers, the goal is the same: to win trophies, to do this and this and that. For directors of football, it could be to develop the squad, the academy. It could be to reduce the age of the squad. It could be to get our
It could be to
squad back.
win the
With
trophy.
the end
It
goal
could be
being-
our squad. No,
with
not
the
to
end
win
goal
trophy.
being-
There's no. The end goal is that. Like this is your job. This is what we need. We need more commercial revenue from here. We need more commercial revenue from there. We need more. Listen,
Like you've really said the director of
This
football,
guy
and then
is
the
not
role you've
serious
given him
right now,
about
man.
commercial revenue and whatever
No,
is the CEO's role. Because
Sorry,
the director of football is literally about building the squad to be competitive to win.
And that's why it's
trophies.
called
I'll
a
let you
football
rant. I'll let you
project.
rant. But I misspoke. I didn't mean commercial. I'm talking about revenue. For example, when it comes to sales of players. For example, Edu, right? Bless him. He's been fantastic for us, in my opinion. But he didn't do as well as he could have with sales.
Because he couldn't
win
win a trophy.
Compare that to Chelsea selling guys, even when they were as low as 8th or 12th or whatever, still getting value for money. Liverpool selling players. Other directors of football were selling players.
Yeah, but
Someone like Ipswich Town sold. Chelsea sold Omari Hutchinson, for example, to Ipswich Town, and they still got 21 million. So they were still failures, but they're still targets, right? The targets are not the same as the end goal isn't to win trophies.
it is.
So here's my point when it comes to directors of football. There's so many more things that come into their role than just trophies.
Of course.
They don't develop a project to win trophies. You see, if a director of football joins,
Maybe Arsenal, bro.
when a director of football joins,
Makes a lot of sense.
I'm not getting this point, bro.
When a
Because
director,
we got one from Man City because they won. If Man City never won anything,
he was
they-
not the director of
Zoom,
football.
what's the end of
whatever
progress?
role he
Who-
had.
who'd you guys get
Berada
from?
was the CEO, right?
The CEO.
Zoom,
What's the purpose of
Berada
a football
was
team in the
head
league,
of
bro?
No,
something.
who did you guys get
Scouting.
from Man City?
Omar
Berada.
Berada.
Okay, what position was he?
I think head of scouting something.
No,
All right,
he
when
was
we
CEO.
bring
No,
up,
he was a
he was a
CEO.
He was
CEO.
CEO.
Now he's the
Okay.
CEO as well.
Now he's a CEO still.
Okay, so we didn't buy him.
So shit example, because let's compare Shiki, for example,
Cheeky and
and
Ashworth.
Edwards.
Or Ashworth.
Who's Ashworth?
Dan Ashworth.
What has he done?
He's revitalized England. The whole culture. He's built the culture.
So he's-
when you're
Newcastle-
So where's the
discussing,
trophies?
you can say no 0 trophies. You can say 0 trophies.
Oh, so he's shit.
But
then.
when you can say in that aspect,
I'm
all
asking
his
you if
football
he's shit.
projects. all
I'm
his
asking
football
you if he's
projects,
shit.
he's not
Comparing him
shit.
with who?
I'm
Edwards?
asking you if it's shit. No
Comparing with
comparison.
who?
No comparison. This is a safe space, guys.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah,
compare.
Yeah.
Does he have trophies?
No,
So he's shit.
no, he's not shit.
Why not?
Because he has other.
But guys, the end goal.
No,
listen,
bro.
wait,
that's
yo,
not-
yo,
My
wait.
head is hot.
That's not what we were saying, bro.
Arteta and the players fucked it. First of all, I'm sure whatever Arteta planned for the Newcastle game, maybe could have worked on another day. But I think regardless, he shot himself in the foot a number of times. First of all, with the decision to play Partey at right back again. Just because it works against some other teams, even if it's in big games, doesn't mean it's going to work against every other team. Especially if you're not being helped by your own players' performances. I think the only two players that actually played well, were Partey and Saliba. Everybody else was mid as fuck. Declan Rice was mid, missed passes all over, and no lateral passes on the day. Trossard looks confused. He doesn't even look like a winger anymore. Doesn't look like a false striker. Definitely not a midfielder or attacking midfielder. Lost duels all over the pitch. Urine Timber, subhanallah. 1 week locks down Mo Salah, but then the other week gets cooked by Anthony Gordon playing on the right wing when he's actually a left winger. You know what I mean? So that's the frustration. That's the frustration that I'm feeling, because this weekend we were thrown a lifeline. That was not a performance that deserved even a draw. What's scary is we had that performance in us last season. Fulham, remember, 3-1 I think, or 2-1 we lost. I can't remember, but we lost. It was away as well. Shit performance. Now, if Man City had won, I'd already mentioned this earlier, I feel like the league would have gone, right? But because they lost, it feels like a lifeline. But now the issue is, even then, we're just about in a title race. Just about. The room for error is like almost none. For example, we draw or lose to Chelsea on the weekend, I think it's gone.
And it's crazy because it's fucking November.
Yeah. I feel like it's still too early. I feel like there's still a lot of slippery games to come for all the teams involved, especially in the December period. I think there have been games where we've expected Liverpool to win, like against Forest. They lost. We expected City to beat Bournemouth this weekend. They lost. Also Arsenal. There have been games where we've expected like a 3-0, 4-0, and they lose 1-0. So I just think there's still like a lot of the season to go. I didn't expect Villa to get beaten 3-1 by Spurs that way. 4-1, sorry, by Spurs. So I just think, like, all in all, for Arsenal, it comes down to when Odegaard comes back, because I feel like the creative load on Saka for him in some games is unmanageable. When you come against an organized team and it's just Saka as the outlet, I feel Martinelli on the left side isn't really pulling up any trees, man, to be honest.
I think what probably is Zuhum.
Martinelli, you guys were right.
Oh, yeah, we're right in so many things.
No, just Martinelli.
Listen, with I think the reason why Zuma and Sema, if they draw or lose against Chelsea, it's over. I don't think it's because of the unpredictability of other big clubs losing. I think it's Arsenal as a team. Judging Arsenal for the last 3 seasons, right? The first season, when they were challenging with the title, they had a way of playing, right? It was pretty much the same 11. I think for almost the whole season, unless there's an injury, Arteta found a way of doing things, right? It was Xhaka, it was Partey, and it was Odegaard. His front three was pretty much the same. His backline, the same thing, right? Last season, he changed the things. He obviously got Rice, right? A fantastic signing considering his performance last season. But this is the thing, what I'm really doubting Arteta now as a manager is because he is copying Pep in almost everything. Pep is the only manager who will play Rico Lewis left back or right back or attacking or midfield or whatever, right? He changes things a lot. And that's because it's him and he has the quality of players. I think Arteta, he is complicating really, really, really simple things. I think playing Partey right back was not a mistake, a one-off mistake. I think it's his way of thinking. How he made that decision is what is the problem. Him sometimes when now you don't have Odegaard, right? Forcing Trossard in a position, or sometimes now putting Havertz there. Sometimes even for Gabriel Jesus, right? I know he's off.
Being put left wing.
Being put right wing.
Right wing, left wing.
Yeah, like he's over complicating very simple things. Like play your players in their strong position first. And then because when you sacrifice Partey, not only you don't have Ben White who added something on the right wing. Now you have Partey who's playing in the opposition, and then now there's a hole with Merino who, to be honest, he's not on level.
Think about what it also says. Think about what it also says about the left back options. If you want to play a right back at left back, Timber at left back, when Zinchenko and Kiwior are both available, and you decide, fuck it, I'd rather play a CDM at right back than play
the right
a left back at left back.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know what you're saying. Yeah,
What does that say about?
it's like Mazraoui in the 10, bro.
Yeah,
It's a Ten Hag
it
move.
is. It is a Ten
And
Hag move.
And the thing is, when we've seen so many teams dominate in our lifetime, right? When we're talking about the Liverpool team that was one of the best in the world, Man City team, I'll remove Man City because Pep is just unique, right? Every other team, Inter Milan, Chelsea's Mourinho, like every single team that has been dominating, Man United when Fergie was there was a set 11. Even Arsenal last season, when you guys went up in the last game, there was a set 11.
Yeah.
Unless something changes, which fortunately for you guys last season you have that many injury, he would twink a few things. Like I could even know your first 11 before.
Yeah, you could guess.
Yes, and what that gives the players is, because remember, it's a system play, right? We're supposed to be doing patterns.
Certain things, number of times.
Yes, so many times. If you play me right back Leo and then left back Kishukut, next week or midweek, you've changed my way of learning this role that you're trying to teach me.
Even for example, someone else like Raheem Sterling against Preston North End, you bring him on as a right winger. Then you discontinue him from the team. So instead of putting him as a winger or playing him at all, you put Jesus as a left winger when he started that game as a striker.
Yeah.
So you're disrupting several players in different
So
ways.
Jesus started midweek as striker.
As striker. Then he was brought on as a sub
At left wing.
at left wing.
Yeah.
Why not bring on Sterling
Yeah,
as a
yeah,
left winger?
yeah.
More natural position. So you see, Naeem, when it comes to what, like going back to the league stuff, right? Yes, it's a long way. It's only been 10 games. We're a third of the way there, right? But my issue is when it comes to performances, it just doesn't look like we're going to have enough in us to go all the way. To not just overcome these guys and City, but
Yeah.
also go all the way.
But-
Mostly Man City.
The thing that's made me say that also, I've seen deficiencies at different times from City, from Liverpool, and from Arsenal. So I'm just expecting there's
Fair,
gonna
that's
be
good.
more during the winter period.
To be fair, that makes sense. I'm not really too worried about like inefficiencies like at that point, because you're not really expected to go undefeated.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a bit hectic, but
I feel like there's still like
It's
so much
just
to come. 'Cause
reality-
Spurs is picking up, Villa starting to lose,
You see-
United are getting a new manager. There's still like so many
part
banana
of it,
skins,
part
bro.
of it, and the reality of the situation, and whether there's a whole lot of sugarcoating on whatever we are actually seeing. Like a team like Arsenal has a lot of mid players. You have a couple of quality players. Then some of the people you're expecting to actually raise you up bro, you guys were losing against, what team did you just play? Newcastle. You brought on Jorginho.
Yeah.
So that's when I actually look at that idea, I'm like, you don't have any depth to compete quality wise. As in whatever depth, you guys are actually crying out for Nwaneri to start, who's a 17, 18-year-old. And that's not going to win you a league. That's not really going to get you anywhere else.
No, but it's gonna patch up. You know what I mean? Like
But-
I saw, for example, Wataru Endo. He's not necessarily a better player than Jorginho, but he was being brought on to shut down the game against Brighton.
Yeah,
right?
because we're 2-1 up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's fair. But he's a defensive midfielder, right? Combative. Jorginho is a playmaking defensive midfielder. He's being brought on because Partey's been played out of position.
And that's
Rice-
the only option.
And,
yeah.
Rice,
and
Rice is
That's
This
the
is
playing
depth part.
badly. Yeah.
No, there is I'm bringing the depth
So-
part is because as
so
much
that's the extremes of our squad. We're on the extremes
If-
of our squad.
is it
Because it would have been Partey coming on instead of Jorginho.
Or Merino coming on.
Yeah.
But you see,
like, it
if
wouldn't
that's
be- wouldn't
that's
be that.
again part of the problem with why Merino is looking as trash as he's looking, because finally he's entered a team with Odegaard injured. You're looking at Merino, who will, from his own words, tell you his best trait is working hard. You're looking at him to create. You're looking at him to
Yeah.
No, we're not
to
looking
be
at him to create. We're looking at him to actually play the role that he's supposed to. We're looking at Trossard and Kai
To
Havertz
create,
to
yeah.
create.
and
But
In
that
this-
they
and
also need to.
Martinelli
and
to
No, but
Martinelli
that's-
and Saka.
You
Yeah.
can't just look for three.
And they
They
were
need
locked
players
down.
to create for them also. So you're not looking for two players to create for
Well,
who
they,
else.
they are in a problem. I feel like now it's more like, this is the thing where now I think also Arteta is not helping the situation.
That's what I'm saying.
He's,
Arteta is
he's
the
not
main
helping the situation,
fault.
considering now, okay, you're lacking creative players, right? Now you've destroyed the whole system. Because now, last season when Jorginho, how many he had a man of the match, a couple.
Yeah,
coming off the like. And a few games he started.
Jorginho played against Liverpool and we won 3-1 in the league.
Like when
he was brilliant. He's not necessarily a bad player. He's just old.
When you have a system, that your team is playing, and when you're putting a player, you're giving the roles that like it's almost identical and they're repetitive.
The system can carry.
That's what your system has been doing for the last 2 years, right? But now the system now is being made upside down. Now you're seeing your players are mid because we've been saying they're mid.
No. Now they're being played out of position. They're being played out of position. Ask for example, Trent to play left back. He's gonna struggle at some point, but he might have some decent games. Ask a centre back to play left back. Ask a DM, Gravenberch, to play right back. They're gonna have some issues here or there. They might have some good games as well, especially even in high-profile games. That doesn't mean that that's a great idea in the long term. In the short term, it can be. Like for example, Thomas Partey played against Liverpool, Luis Diaz, and he owned Luis Diaz, right? But that doesn't mean in the long term for the league title that this is a sufficient backup plan. It's not. Because what it has is knock-on effects. Thomas Partey then has to play right back, and then we have to play Declan Rice. If Rice is not on his game, he's not going to play lateral passes. Simple as. He's going to play a lot of diagonals, right? Like angles. But he's not going to play lateral passes. And against Newcastle, for example, with the way they were organized, we needed that. But for example, Rice had a very good game against Liverpool because we didn't need lateral passes. It was easier to go through their midfield in another way. Kai Havertz dropping in. So against different teams, different solutions can happen. But longevity, long term, what's our identity? If we're always just this chop and change thing, it's not going to work.
I think moving forward, I think he should just go back to how it worked.
Stop overthinking it.
Yeah.
And also take more risks. Play Nwaneri in the positions that he can. Start him. Just don't play other players out of position.
What
so that you
worked?
What do you mean?
What literally worked? The only it's you and that's generally it for me. You can't you see, as much as you say, you'll sit down, you'll be like, yeah, Jorginho, he had this man of the match performances last season. He had the same man of the match performances when Chelsea were chasing him out. Havertz had a couple of this. He had the same a couple of this when this guy was.
What do you mean? What's your question? What generally worked?
What generally worked? Like, you see the whole point when you sit down and say, and this is my whole issue with this whole, like, whatever's working, whatever they're terming it right now. I've seen it happen. And we've seen it happen with Spurs the exact same way. These kids are young. You're expecting them to develop. You're expecting them to do now the system, to gel, to do what else, to develop further. Bro, if the players continue being made, if you won't address the issues that are there.
So what is the issue?
Nah, you've never addressed any of them. You have no creativity in your team. You decided, first of all, to get rid of Fabio Vieira and Emil Smith-Rowe in one transfer window.
Yes.
Who are your second and third best creative players after Odegaard?
No.
They would have.
They would have been.
Smith-Rowe would have easily fitted on that position.
No, in terms of the 10.
Just in terms of the 10.
That's the thing. They decided, the manager and Edu decided that Nwaneri was a step ahead of Fabio Vieira physically. So now, my issue is not even whether they sold Emil Smith-Rowe. It's like, okay, you guys have said this is the backup.
But you're not playing the backup.
But you're not using the backup. Now you're avoiding using the backup and you're fucking up everything else.
You see when I say what exactly worked, Zoom. When you're talking about this squads having such a serious, like, tight mesh squad, yeah. Whenever any of these teams you're discussing, whenever City has won any of their leagues, any of the 4 in a row, they've always had a player out for key player out for maybe 2-3 months in a season. When we won the Champions League, when we won the league, we had the key players out for 2-3 months in a season.
Premier League, who was out?
Alisson was out for 1.5 months, and our keeper was Adrian. So you can guess how beef that is when your keeper is Adrian.
I feel like keeper is a bit not.
When it drops off to that level,
yeah, just don't say when it comes to Premier League. Like you.
Just.
No, honestly, no. It's because Man City do it 4 times. They did 4 times in a row. They've done it 6 out of 7, right? You guys did it once. I get the Man City conversation.
When we did it,
I'm not trying to put you down.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not even trying to get into that.
Because they had issues at centre back. They had issues at right back. Who do you guys have for backup for Trent? You didn't have anyone. You didn't have centre back cover except
Van
Joe
Dijk,
Gomez.
Yeah, last
except
season.
for Joe Gomez and and Matip.
When was
and
this?
even then, they were injury prone.
When was this?
When
That's
you
my,
guys struggled
that's my
to make
question.
top four.
When we
Last
didn't make top 4, we
Okay,
didn't.
okay, we get distracted.
No,
Yeah,
when you didn't
that's-
make top 4.
I
that's
wasn't
what I'm
even
saying.
trying. That's you see, Zoom. You're actually making the point. We didn't. When you were seated down here and you're telling me Liverpool can't be able to compete because the depth is low, I'm trying to tell you the exact same thing. Your team doesn't have any depth, doesn't have enough quality off the bench, doesn't have enough quality on the pitch. So when you actually come down and we're sitting down trying to expect something.
I'm not trying to have an argument. What I'm saying is, right?
He's agreeing with you.
I agree
Yeah, I'm
with
trying
you.
to put it on this way. Just listen to this part. As in, I'm not arguing with you. It's you guys. I'm just trying to put this reality in your head that whatever you're expecting to click is not going to click with the type of players you have. Whether you want to play Raheem in his right position, Chelsea played him in his right position for the last 2 years. City played him in his right position before he left. England have been playing him in his right position for the last 5 years. If you want to play everyone in their right positions, the level of player you have is not able to currently compete.
Right,
And
no
you
worries.
need
That's fine.
you need to when you've never replaced Xhaka.
That's okay.
That has been a reality. You've never replaced Xhaka.
Yes.
So when you actually look at the team, it's gone down to the team that it was 2 years ago.
Okay, 2 years ago, they still finished above Liverpool.
Yeah.
So when you say that you guys have better players, but we finished above you twice, it doesn't. I'm not saying you guys have shittier players. I'm saying you have a shitty opinion because clearly they're not bad players. They're almost as good as some Liverpool players. In fact, there's probably some better than other Liverpool players. They're up there. Certainly, they're up there. But what I'm saying is, because they're being played out of position, they look like Liverpool finishing outside the top 4 those seasons. These are not bad players.
We had
They look
Henderson.
like-
Henderson
they
is
look-
literally your party. So you've taken
man.
you've taken
Nah,
party.
man, just that-
Nah,
whoa,
you've
whoa,
taken
I'm not
party.
gonna allow that, bro.
You've taken
Yo,
party,
whoa,
bro.
whoa,
What was the
whoa,
problem?
bro,
We were
bro.
playing Henderson. Who remembers when we
Henderson
didn't make top
cannot
4?
be party, bro.
Hey.
Can we just
Nah.
Respect Henderson first.
can we
He's
just
definitely better than Partey, but I'm like
He's
for
definitely-
sure. But
I said
in
shitty
what? In
opinions.
being
I
white?
said
You-
shitty
you-
opinions,
you-
honestly.
no, you-
in being white,
No.
probably. That's the only thing is better.
got-
about
got-
in English.
He's a better leader.
You can speak
better
English.
leader.
He's a better runner.
Okay, leader maybe, and
He's a better
shouter,
runner.
and shouter on the pitch. He can shout more than Partey.
And
He's a better tackler.
It was in general
Nah,
even that. It was
not
the
a
fact
better
that
tackler.
Henderson was the
better player,
heart and soul of the midfield. Henderson was being played right back. Henderson was being played
What
centre
happened?
back.
What happened when he
Exactly.
left?
People were being played out of position. You guys suffered for it. I get it. It was injuries.
That's what
But
he's saying.
For
I'm saying
me,
we didn't
we
have
talk about
we had
Manchester
low
United
quality
now?
players. We've only had to improve because Henderson went. We've only had to improve because those type of players. I'm telling you, Partey has to go. I'm telling you,
Nah,
Trossard has to go.
doesn't.
I'm telling you, Martinelli has to go because
Martinelli has to go.
Martinelli, we agree.
there's no there's
or he be moved to left back, right back.
there's
right
no
back.
point at
right wing, yeah,
Right back.
right wing back, yeah.
Arsenal at this point, whether as much as bro, I've always
Kerry. You're trying to say Arsenal have mid players?
Nah, miss-
we
I
are, no, we get it.
We get
it.
Oh,
Honestly, it's hilarious. Haha.
No,
it has nothing about to be
bants.
funny. Mi bro nilikuwa unaona shida yenye
Wacha.
na hii msinijazie hii part.
Mimi
Najaribu tu
sikujazie.
kusema kitu.
Sawa,
Mi
maliza.
nilikuwa fan wa Arsenal. Nilikuwa fan wa
Nataka
Arsenal ile point.
tumalize.
Nilikuwa najifanya mjinga tumesign Shamak na kuambia Shamak is a top 5 striker in the world. Ujinga because it's
But that's not
stupidity.
the same thing.
Aye, bro,
It's not the same thing right
You're
now.
right, the hair should have been a red
No,
flag.
Naim, to be honest, Arsenal fans love overhyping their
Who
players.
have they overhyped, bro?
Who's Merino?
Merino
No,
overhyped.
leave Merino.
Mwisho?
Merino has
Wait,
barely
who's
been here
overhyped?
3 months,
Let
bro.
me finish.
That's insane.
He's been barely here 3 months.
Let me finish.
How have you overhyped Merino?
Havertz overhyped. Trossard overhyped. Ben White overhyped.
Havertz has the same goals
So,
as
Timber overhyped.
in them. Oh no
Timber
way.
starts for us.
It does not. I'm
Absolutely.
sorry.
Oh my days.
It doesn't.
Timber is a good number 2 for Robertson.
Timber
How-
benches Robertson right now.
Simicas benches Timber, so yeah.
Simicas is on the bench.
Nah, he's our starter.
Like
And like guys, we're like third season of really good statistics from this Arsenal team, and you guys are still saying these are mid players. They are not mid players.
No, I was
Mid
saying.
players are
I was
Manchester
saying-
United.
He's agreeing
I
with
was
us.
saying it's
Ah.
a good system, but the whatever Arteta is doing right now is making the players look horrible.
Horrible.
Yes,
exactly. And let's move on from
and
there.
that confuses Kiari.
And
And
to
no,
me,
Man United,
I'm
Chelsea.
good, man. I'm not really confused. When you see mid, you see mid.
Man United,
When you don't
Chelsea,
see
though.
mid, you don't see mid.
wait.
Let's talk about mid. United Chelsea.
That's mid. Now that's mid.
oh wait, what do you mean?
Bro, it was a mid game, bro. You could even see it.
Before
man.
we finish, before we start, shout out Caicedo, man of the match. I think he is fantastic. I just
Which
have to
team
give him
do-
flowers.
Which team
before.
do you support?
No, I just have to like. I don't think there's a midfielder right
You
now in the
guys-
league.
you guys watching
Shut
Formula
Who
the
is
fuck
as-
up, bro. You're watching Formula 1. I saw you,
I
man.
saw your tweets.
No,
bro.
I-
Steve
Formula 1 on my
Verstappen,
team, on my
from
team.
17th to 10th, doing anything.
Actually,
I'm
no.
going to suck his dick. What?
Hey,
Relax.
I was watching Formula 1 on my phone.
Oh, yeah,
For
tell
sure,
me,
for sure.
tell me, tell me.
Show Max.
But yeah, I
For only 500
But anyway, what? So, tell us.
no, that's it.
Thoughts on the
Call
game?
our players mid. I'll agree with you,
Bro,
bro.
I'm not.
Masraoui.
Mashallah, mashallah, habibi.
Best right back in the world.
carries you guys.
Mashallah,
carries
habibi.
us.
Carries you.
Form right
Really
wing.
You
get-
guys are being carried by
But
right
get
back.
the same vibe too. Missy ndio kueleza same the same mid. Niliget to the same vibe. I watched the Newcastle Arsenal game. I watched the Man City, Man United, Chelsea game.
Yeah.
Naangalia tu asira shangani kina nani. Umeshaona kama mseka ugate eh? I've been the biggest Ugate fan on this table.
Please, I have clips. I have clips of you.
Nah, but Ugarte has no.
He said
I
bring me
No.
Ugarte
I wanted
and we win
Ugate then.
everything.
Yeah.
But he's not mid. Is he?
Ugate would have been good
he's
for
not
us.
mid.
No, he struggled.
Ugate would have been good for us.
He did
Ugate
struggle,
for,
didn't
Ugate
he?
for you guys. I don't know whether you expect him to pass a ball. You know Ugate doesn't know how to pass.
He's not very good on the ball.
He doesn't know how
That
to
was
pass.
the main thing about PSG fans.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
were
yeah.
saying that, and it's show.
No.
Like, that's why I asked you that question yesterday. We were watching the game yesterday. I was like, "How do you feel about Ugarte?" He was like, "You know, I just seen him do some recoveries right now," and I was like, "Exactly." So off the
But
ball
that's
stuff.
what he's supposed to do, isn't it?
Yeah, fair. But
Nah,
like
but
that's
that's
on
why-
the ball, he's shit. And if you're
I wouldn't say he's shit.
Bro,
He's,
he's not
he's
shit,
better
he's
than
not.
Fred on the ball. He's better than McTominay on the ball.
Fred
So
can- Fred
already
has scored a hat-trick.
we've raised
I
the ceiling. He's
McTominay-
better than Amrabat on the ball.
McTominay, I
He's
disagree.
better than
your
Amrabat.
best, your three best players,
Ah.
Mazraoui, Casemiro, and Rashford.
Yeah,
That for me was one of the most remarkable things I've seen because Casemiro
baller.
balled and he was like
And he made how many mistakes? How many mistakes
made-
that almost led to?
he made
Nah,
bare
he
mispla- he made
No, he did.
he made a couple,
But
but
he made how many? Like I think twice. He lost the ball and then we were countered.
yeah, big improvement, bro. He does that like
I think
six.
the good performances you guys had were what do you call this guy?
Mazraoui,
De
obviously.
Ligt, the Mazraoui. Rashford was okay because the other comparison is a very low ball.
Oh yeah, no, he has
Garnacho.
improved.
No, but what I'm saying is
Yeah,
the
yeah,
other
yeah, for
wing
sure,
is
for sure.
Garnacho. You get.
Nacho was disgusting.
Should be
And
get
that
tough
was
or
it.
something.
Like Mazraoui,
Tough.
and that's it. The
You know,
Mazraoui,
Rashford-
De Ligt, and that and
Rashford's
Onana was
performance-
decent. Didn't really make any mistakes. For me,
Rush,
the issue was you guys couldn't hold the ball. You guys couldn't. You don't have players to hold the ball, and
Yeah.
you don't have the striker to hold the ball. Hoyland, for example.
no, that was
What does he actually?
Zoom. There's a deeper understanding to that United game, which is pretty clear for United fans to see. Rashford was tracking back, like running
Yeah.
forward, tracking back. He's in the box, and that in itself is a problem United will have to get rid of as soon as possible.
Because we don't want him tracking back.
Nah,
We
he
want
did
him
that.
close to goal.
He did that just for this specific, just for show. He did that just for this specific period where it is.
Okay, man.
Nah, he did that for this specific period. What's been the major issue with United fans for the first half for the first couple of games?
Okay, so it's not that he's improving. You're saying he's doing this.
He's
for
doing
sure.
this right now for this manager. Sai ionekane ame improve inge kwa starting lineup and he's done this for so many years.
To be fair, though,
I've seen
he's
this.
kinda cooking
I've
there.
seen that for so many years. With anytime a new manager comes in, anytime there's a caretaker, one of your
Every
best, one of
United
your
player.
best players is Rashford.
But
Has
it's-
always been
every
Rashford.
United player. It's most United squad.
When Ole came in, he banged. How many
I
games
feel
in a
like
row?
it's just that new manager bounce. But if you look at Rashford's general position in the last 4 or 5 games in his heat map, he's playing right wing back. That's why you're seeing him tracking back more. And that's a fundamental issue with the system. Because you can't have can't have Dalot having more touches in the box than Marcus Rashford. You can't have Marcus Rashford having the biggest ball carries. He's carrying the ball from his half into the other half. By the time he gets there, he's double marked. And then we blame him for having bad games.
Nah, I want to talk about Garnacho, bro.
In
Nothing
teams
there.
that in teams
He's
that
20.
work, right? In teams that work, where does Vinny receive the ball most of the time?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
does
yeah.
Salah receive the ball most of the time? Where does Saka receive the ball most of the time? Closer to the box, closer to the places where they can be dangerous. But this team, guys, don't judge any of these players too harshly until we have a system that
Except
works.
Garnacho, though.
Because Casemiro looked
Lie.
finished. Soon as Ten Hag leaves and the spaces are less, he starts to look like a footballer again.
I think we comparing to Arsenal, we just said the moment you have a system that is mixing up players, everyone's going to look shit.
Hoyland,
Same thing to us.
Hoyland
Shut up.
Smells
no. Hoyland were playing him like he's Andy Carroll. Those are not his strengths. His strengths are in behind.
The reason why we also Hoyland cannot count because he long balls and then we want him to do this. And then
Let my lad cook, bro. Let Hoyland cook.
Nah,
He
cook,
was in
but
that-
I haven't even chopped up the veg.
I
Bro, I'm
really love
telling
it.
you,
The fact
we
that you
don't
actually
need- how
know
many-
Hoyland's strengths.
Can
and
we-
I don't
can
even
we-
think
okay,
Hoyland knows
can
his own
finishing,
strengths.
finishing.
It's a bit
Can we?
interesting.
Can we?
Finishing.
His strength is finishing.
Yeah.
Next
love it.
match
High
day.
scoring
No,
goals.
skiza. Next match day, go see how many shots Arsenal create for their striker, Chelsea create for their striker, how many short chances Salah gets in a match, and then compare that with how many short creating chances we do for
Rashford is shooting at every chance.
I mean,
Garnacho is shooting at every chance.
That's the problem.
They're not
That's the
like
problem. They're
trying
not
to-
crossing
I
the
want to talk
ball.
about Garnacho because how is that brother starting over Ahmad Diallo, man?
Racism. I've just chalked it down.
So Ruud van Nistelrooy is racist.
We saw him in blackface.
Yeah. Fair enough.
There's pictures.
Fair enough. There is proof. And he also had a caption for it.
But is Ahmad really good enough to start in the Prem?
Yes.
Yeah.
As in,
I mean, he was our best player for the first 3 games.
And then
Does that-
He was.
and
He
then
was our
inexplicably,
man of the
does
player
that
of the
like
month?
does that
yeah,
really
Player
not
player of the
not-
month. Yeah.
does that like not really like worry you or reflect on the state of your club?
But
Why?
Because-
He could be just a good
you
player.
listen.
He's a good
you asked
player.
you Moses Soliganio.
and Don Moliza.
Our players, he was our best player.
Yeah, does the fact
Because
that Ahmad-
ideally we should use our best player.
I
Not
don't-
comparing him to the Premier League. We are just he's the best player for us for the month. So he should have continued starting.
I mean, think about it, Kiari. Let's be logical. It's either that or Anthony.
Yeah.
And that's my hapo ndio nazouliza hata because
So
me,
yeah.
The only way up.
just as a
is-
better player
The only way. Yeah, exactly. No. the
nah
only way-
if someone was meant even if maybe a confidence aspect or whatever.
Okay,
Just
wait, so
off
you
his-
don't
off-
rate Ahmad. That's what you're saying.
I don't really rate him as a United starter or like maybe a tier guy. Whether he's your best player, I don't know. I don't think he's better than Anthony generally.
Damn.
But
Shut
that's
the
just
fuck
me.
up.
Now,
Oh my God.
I don't know where to.
Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely just you. No, you're right.
bros, that's just me.
If
I
you're
don't
right
know.
about something. It's definitely just.
Oh
you.
my god.
I don't know. You know. It's really about.
How many times have you watched
there's
Ahmad?
confidence and there's
How
the
many times
aspect
have you
of
watched
confidence.
Ahmad?
I've watched him. I've even watched him at Atalanta, so I was like, yeah, I've peeped him.
Atalanta, he played like 4
after
games.
all that,
Yeah,
you have
15.
still decided Anthony's close.
They're close. They're not like that's. I don't know. That's my rating for Ahmad.
watched
Like
him
he's
4
not
times
he's
at
not a
Atalanta.
wild
Okay.
beater.
Salah.
He's not a
Okay.
wild beater.
All right.
What about
Chelsea?
Chelsea?
I just like
Cole Palmer, Ghost.
I like watching.
I mean, he
Ghosted.
a big game.
I like
he likes to
watching.
go
Yeah, I like watching disaster classes, bro.
Why? What sense?
No, from opposing teams, man.
Oh, you thought that was a disaster class?
Yeah.
Didn't they body you guys in terms of possession?
No. As in, I thought it was gonna be like 3-0 hat trick, Cole Palmer.
Were you're thinking that
But where was he? Apart from giving chobos,
Bro.
those were nice chobos.
There's no Palmer. There's no Jackson. There's
And
no.
Akanzu, hey.
There's nobody.
There's nobody, bro.
no, I think Delect played really well. I think Ugarte played really well in
No,
terms
from
of
Chelsea,
stopping
from
Palmer.
Oh, okay.
Bro, but Martinez and Delete could have done nothing because Jackson was doing nothing the
No,
whole
no,
game. So
no,
it really-
Honestly, he had a shit show. He didn't do
Yeah,
fuck
he didn't do
man.
fuck
make
all, so
any
it
runs.
wasn't-
Because
wasn't really holding the ball
because
up.
Delect was anticipating IQ.
Ugarte was
When you have a good
anticipating.
player, when you have a high IQ player as a defender, you will make the striker non-existent because now he gets ahead of everything, and I think that's why even Palmer was lost.
I
Ugarte.
think there was some good
performed.
defensive performances.
Oh, there
From the
was
back- from the
for
back
sure,
line, yes, for
especially
sure.
Mazraoui and Delict.
Yeah.
And Lisandro was a bit loose head kidogo, but I'm kind of
I
used
don't
to
know.
it now.
It's
This team is so made.
Are you going to look at the fact that Madueke was ass?
Because he was in. It's hard to play when you're in someone's pocket.
No, even if it's like they as much
Mazraoui
as
cooked him, bro.
you're
And
looking
then he
at
cooked Neto.
yeah, but
And then
Neto,
Neto
nah,
switched
but
over
when
and
Neto
cooked
switched,
Neto, yeah.
Neto immediately beat him in the first dribble.
Nah.
Yeah,
He may have done that, but overall, he kept him quiet.
Mazrui
He shut that
Extremely
shit down.
Mazrui won 14 out of 16 duels.
That's what I'm saying, those
The two duels he lost were the
Or Neto.
Neto ones when
And how many
when he
did
came.
he win against Neto?
Like 2. The other ones were fully against Madueke.
So then two,
Madueke was in hell.
Game
So that
90.
was his own shit.
Jahannam, bro. That's what they
Yeah,
call it
but
out
that was him. See, Chelsea, bro. Chelsea's a mid team, but
no.
it's
I actually think Maresca is cooking.
he's cooking. But Chelsea, when you look at Chelsea as a whole, Colwill,
As
as in that defense as a whole is not. You have
It's top heavy.
I think
It's top
we
heavy.
talked about it. Colwell, Fofana.
yeah, as in
The vibes.
you have a top heavy team,
Very
and then
top
the
the bench is vibes. Adebayo vibes.
Naim, that's the problem.
Disasi vibes.
Naim, they're not top
But
heavy,
Yeshile,
they're
vibes.
mid heavy. Like Chelsea is to that point without that midfield currently
That-
Yeah.
of Caicedo, Lavia, and Palmer.
That's
they'd be
everything,
nowhere.
by
That's
the
the
way.
whole team.
That's
Yeah,
legit.
actually.
And Neto.
Nah, like right
Neto
now,
is
hata
part of
achana na Neto.
Amanza, he starting Juicy.
He started 2 games ago.
I know, but
Because they were trying out Sancho.
He's a quality player.
They were trying out Sancho.
Remontada.
He's a
Failed.
quality player though. Those are the quality players you guys just mentioned. Neto, in my opinion, Palmer, Caicedo, Lavia.
That's it.
And
Those are the-
Jackson. I think Jackson when he's fed.
But you see, that's
Like,
gotta
as
feed
in
him.
he's been he's eating.
Gani, yeah.
No, but the thing with Jackson
Them
also,
one.
he doesn't carry the front three. Like someone has to do something for him to do something. Like
Fair enough.
Madueke has to do something ridiculous for. Like
So
Palmer.
I'm like fully on the Chelsea to make top 4 boat.
Yep.
If Chelsea make top
Over
4, we are
Villa.
making top 4.
No, we're not.
Because you drew.
Over Villa.
Logic.
I think
not
our
making
best
top
way of getting into Champions League is through the Europa League, but we're fucking that up as well. So just
You're
count
no-
out.
you're number
Champions
20.
By the way,
Are you number
this season.
24?
By the way,
number
yo.
24.
By the way, Naeem made an all-timer comment.
No, I didn't.
He said Rashford was being taken off, right? Because they have a tough away game
Obviously, you're gonna get the sarcasm in this.
against PAOK.
If you're a normal person, you get the sarcasm, right?
He
But
did
they
it.
actually do have a tough away game against PAOK. They need to like win a game. They
It's
haven't
at
won a
home.
European
Yeah,
game in a
it's at
year.
home.
Turns out
It's
he's at home,
OT.
so then he started.
They have
being a bit
not
more relaxed.
lost-
But my issue is PAOK. He didn't say Olympiacos or
Zoom.
Panathinaikos. You know
Zoom.
the Champions League teams. No, he said
Bro, you guys
PAOK.
You're
Zoom,
talking to me about
it's the 4th
PAOK.
of November. It's the 4th of November. Today is the state's elections.
This guy is talking about.
On the 4th of November, you guys are currently celebrating 1 week, 1 year, 1 week of not winning a game in Europe.
That's true.
And you guys were not
So why you
knocked out.
So you're agreeing it's a tough game.
Yeah.
So why you
that's what I'm saying,
gaslighting?
it's like-
so why you
No,
gaslighting me?
my thing is
about my comment?
This is Manchester United. How the great have fallen.
Zoom, you know this
hilarious.
period.
Have
to be
you know this
self-aware,
period.
bro.
Zoom,
You have been
and
lower.
that's the thing. Arsenal
Zoom.
fans
On the
are
J
not.
period last year was Champions League group phases.
Yeah.
Game week 3.
Wakitolewa.
So ndio ukisikia wajashinda game in a year
Yeah.
That's mad.
in Europe.
No, wait, listen,
But we
our
are
lows are low because we are the greatest team. So
The bigger
your low has been way low.
And this guy is talking
Which
shit
one?
about
You're
PAOK.
Liverpool.
It's never been that
Your
low.
director
Come
of football is PAOK's director of football,
Unajua
bro.
Saddam,
Leave time to me, bro.
Saddam,
Yo.
uzuri ya history.
Wait, Liverpool washamaliza like out of top 10, you know?
No.
8th ama 9th.
We finished.
not outside the top 10.
Yeah,
It's So even give him 9.5. Xerxes. Give Xerxes 9.5.
number 10.
Wait.
By the way, we didn't talk about Xerxes.
Yeah, why does Zexy look like he goes to gym with Saddam, bro?
Honestly, that homie is
Goes to
slow.
gym with
Heavy.
Saddam.
I have seen faster 75-year-olds. That guy.
You know what's crazy? That goal that he scored for Bologna last season, the one where he clipped it over and then he looked like he ran through like more than 10 yards. Yeah, he looked quick.
But I
He
think
looked hella quick.
anyone will look good in Serie A. You saw McTominay, man? Looking like prime Zizou.
Or maybe anybody would look good outside of United. Yeah.
You guys finished 8th
That
and
is
7th.
true.
Yeah.
2 seasons in a row.
That I have
When-
no
Is that
qualms
outside the
about
top
that.
10?
Wait,
So down.
let me finish.
Simple math.
6, 7, 8.
Which years was this?
Oh, so if you add them
11,
all together,
12,
it's
13.
out-
What years were those?
Huh?
What years were those?
2011, 2012, 2013.
Unaona sasa, yeah, those were start of Brendan Rodgers. Then we
crazy.
finished
That's
second.
mad.
So wait, 7, 6, 7, 7.
So
Yeah,
add them
and
up,
4 years
it's-
in a row. 4 years in a row out of top 6.
Unajua mbona
We haven't gotten that low.
4 years in a row?
Come
to-
on.
That's true though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Your low has been lower than our
That's
low.
actually
Nah, during the same low,
It
we
makes you up.
won stuff.
We move on from there. Yeah, you're saying Zexi?
Same here.
Yeah.
Same
Nah,
here, bro.
Champions
So,
League.
Xerxes.
No, you just.
No, there was no Champions League.
So-
Champions League.
There was no Champions League. Yeah.
So can we agree Xerxes is a failure?
Arguably the greatest final ever.
Yo,
Arguably.
Yeah, it was a big low.
can we
I
agree,
didn't go to sleep at halftime.
Can we agree your 9.5 is a 0?
Huh?
Their 9.5.
It's not
It's a
non-existent.
Yeah.
I think
That's a
needs-
failure of a sign.
I
he
think
should-
new
I think he should just be
manager
an
he
8
eats some
Or a
vegetables.
centre back. Or a DJ in Ibiza.
Honestly, he'd be. Yeah, he could.
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
You just give me the credit.
Credits and
Alright, can you guys just tell this
You can't be
United
reading
guys
my
to
tweets,
stop?
yeah.
So bad, bro.
Bro, you guys just need to tell this United guys to stop talking, yeah?
which guys?
Any person you sign, be it a manager, be it a whoever, just stop talking.
Do you remember that
errors,
Tell him to his face.
errors come to an end, then 9.5. As in, bro, just get on the pitch. Just
Yeah.
shut
Chill,
the fuck up.
chill,
Just relax.
yeah.
Just don't, hey, I'm not a 9, I'm not a 10.
Nobody asked.
But
As in, bro,
I'm still giving him time, man. It's just been 2 months, bro.
Remember that? Remember
How
that?
do you get faster than that in 2 months?
Training.
I
Bro,
don't
when I,
think you
when I,
train
when
that
I met
speed,
you,
bro.
you were slow as hell, bro.
I'm still slow.
No, you're fast right now.
I figure he needs to cut his hair.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate
Then
it, actually.
he needs to get like tighter shorts. This whole baggy shorts thing and
His kit is
running.
always looking too
Yeah,
big for
it's
him.
looking big, so you can't
Yeah, I
really
feel
be
like he
running
needs,
fast
he
in
needs
that.
to, just like a Formula 1 car, he has to trim down.
And then I also
Kata
feel like
nywele.
Ana
Wear smaller
confidence,
clothes.
confidence yake iko chini mbaya.
Yeah.
But that's Ten Hag's fault.
But
you
it's like
can't
20, right?
Yeah.
you can't score a
I'm
winner
giving
in
him
your
time.
first.
Yeah, I'm giving him time.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He's
could
a
get
young
faster.
player.
You
He's
can't
a
score a
very
winner in
young
your
player.
first ever game, and then you benched next
Hella
game.
Anthony vibes,
So that
bro.
was
Yeah,
Hella
that
Anthony
Friday night, bro.
that
That was
benching was
another level.
the
Take
fucked
me
up
back.
thing.
Take me back.
Take me back.
Friday night against Fulham.
Top of the
At
league.
OT, at top of the league.
Top scorer was Zexin there.
Remember that video, bro?
Yeah, I remember that video, bro.
I can remember that
It's
blankety
been,
and wrapped
it's
yourself
been,
in,
it's
bro.
been downhill from that day. Downhill.
This is why I encourage you to post more, bro.
Fuck.
Please, man. Anyway,
Do you think between Zexin
Chelsea fans think they've been shit.
Between-
They were shit against you guys.
they think they were shit?
They think they were shit. They didn't play up to their standards. This is I'm quoting Farouk, bearded chef, one of our regular
I think we brought them down to our level. I think we did well that way, bro. That was the game plan.
Umesema Farouk achana mambo yake mpaka transfer window.
That's when he comes alive.
That's when he comes alive, bro. Hizi vitu zingine ashinaga akisema Chelsea standard ya Chelsea. When's the last time you've seen a Chelsea standard?
Facts. It's been 12th the last time I checked.
But even Chelsea are a bigger club than Arsenal.
Now here we go. Anyway, let us know your thoughts.
Factually, no, I'm talking about factually.
Sure.
Premier
Champions
League,
League Kali.
Premier League, not ile ingine.
Champions League
on the
Kali,
same.
yeah.
No, but
More trophies
anyway,
wise in London, who has the most trophies?
including what?
Just trophies.
Manchester
Chelsea.
United, because our offices
London,
are in
in
London,
London.
beach.
And
Our
90%
offices
of
are
your
in
fans.
London.
90% of your fans are also in London. So it's like, yeah.
Premier League era Chelsea.
Yo, trophies.
Premier League era Chelsea.
Exactly what I thought. Yo, so any other thoughts you guys have? Man City losing? That was an interesting
Wait, you
loss.
guys are playing
How
Chelsea.
about you guys take the Carling
Wait, you
Cup
guys are playing
seriously,
Chelsea?
bro?
Yeah, we are.
Bro, they
Like
actually
we
are,
are
bro.
trophy, cuz.
What the fuck? Well, I don't know why you think you're making fun. I completely agree.
I'm not
Start
trying
our best players in the right position.
do what Ten
I-
Hag did in the first season. Play your first team.
Let go of the league right now. Win the Carabao Cup.
Khalas.
Then make
It's-
noise
it's-
about
you
it.
see,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
literally
Be
Naim,
unbearable for the rest of the
Exactly.
Naim,
Follow us.
you
Yeah.
try you finally
Sure you have to do this
been
thing,
able to
guys.
talk sense to this guy who's Carabao Cup. No, not my level, not the cup I'm looking for. FA Cup.
We are focusing on
Bigger fish to fry. Bigger fish to fry. So now,
Yes,
bro,
we do. We did have
we're
bigger
here.
fish to fry. Now we don't have bigger fish to
You
fry.
didn't
so
even
we're
get
taking
any
on
fish.
enough.
You just
So we're
stayed
taking on
hungry
enough.
for years.
Do you know what you're-
Bigger fish to fry and stayed hungry for years, and then you're like, damn.
Do you know what?
Worth
Do you know
doing.
what they have now? Did you see the video of Arteta telling everyone to squeeze a lemon?
Yeah,
Netanyahu, man.
I got that video on WhatsApp.
Everybody squeeze a bit of lemon, yeah.
Bro,
Yeah.
in the
After they
dressing room.
lost.
No, before a game.
Before a game, Ati, let everyone get Clement Patio a lemon and a glass. Everyone squeeze the lemon and then they poured.
I saw that shit on
They poured
TikTok.
all the lemon in one,
Bro.
and then I said, "This is what everyone's contributing into this."
Edu was given a
Name.
glass. He's like, fuck it, I'm going Nottingham,
This is in the
bro.
dressing room.
Edu was given a glass. He's like,
before
fuck it,
the
I'm going
City
Nottingham.
game. Like
This is before the
this is
City
before
game.
the City game. He's in the dressing room. Every player with a lemon in hand, squeezing.
Nah, man.
when man gives you lemon, you bottle the league.
Wait, this is from last season.
Last season.
Yeah, watching Arsenal is like watching Netflix, bro. That comment, Patrice Evra,
'Cause
bro. I
that
love
would-
you so much.
That would have been a good episode. The lemon one,
Yeah.
and then it's funny, bro.
It's even a good, it's
Arteta
even a
is
good name,
actually
the lemon episode. You know what I mean?
They're getting bare red cards because of thieves. You've sent violence. You've sent guys who could
Guys are insecure now.
now guys are just
Taking the ball away
Yeah.
just in case, bro.
And then if we look back at every single thing Arteta has done at this club to come, playing Anfield music at training.
You never walk alone, bro.
Yeah, buying
Come
a dog.
on, guys.
That win is about to die before you
Buying
guys
a
win
dog and
trophy.
calling it to win, and then not winning.
Imagine when died before you win a trophy.
How long is it? How long is a dog's life?
I don't know, bro, but that thing doesn't look young. That thing doesn't actually look young. Win does
Your
not
dog
look
is
young,
actually
bro.
aging.
Yo, God bless Win, bro. God give.
Bro, what happens if
Winner.
Win actually dies
See,
and you've not won?
There's even a time he drew cartoons in the changing room
Yeah.
on the whiteboard.
At the heart, bro.
Yeah,
Damn, bro.
honestly, I would love
I
to
would
be
love
part
to
of
see
that
Saddam
dressing
draw a
room.
cartoon. Let's see
But you
him
know,
draw
like
that.
Arteta seems to me like those,
What?
you know,
Draw that one, see.
those cool
I can't.
managers.
I doubt it, bro.
Nah,
The ones where Wednesday is like, yo, we go out for a drink.
never. Not at all.
I haven't seen what he does to people, bro.
No,
Even players who are on loan are being told to get married.
no.
That guy is Muslim.
Listen,
Allah is just a Muslim
I
dad.
saw. Did you see the interview? Onsin talking about how Arteta's influence is a bit of a concern.
Yeah.
Like he has
Saw
too
that.
much influence to the point where now no one questions him at the club.
Until
When I first
until
saw that,
Edu
I
has
was
to
like-
leave, bro.
I'm not surprised Edu is leaving.
When I first saw that, I was like, this guy saw Arsene Wenger is like recreating that, bro. One time, I can actually just be Arsene Wenger again.
He said
I,
we
I,
must compete.
I love that, bro.
I think we're gonna bring in a new sporting director. It's gonna be a lot of fun, but
I think the corner
but
friction.
I think
the new guy
Arsenal,
will-
Arsenal's best chance at a trophy this season, legit, as we stand now
Carabao.
on the 4th of November,
Carabao.
FA
is
Cup.
the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup.
Where are you guys playing in the quarters?
No, Man City are still in
Crystal
FA.
Palace at home.
Oh,
Who you guys get?
Southampton away.
Who you guys get?
Damn.
Nagongo.
We
Sawa.
got
We're playing a
Spurs.
big team.
Bro, Southampton
Spurs.
hata
We got Spurs.
tuwacheze
You
na
got Spurs.
18-year-olds.
Yeah, you guys are out. So it's us and you
It's our
guys.
trophy.
It's us and you guys in the semi-final. Or the final.
I am begging for you guys in the semi-final. I want you in the final just because
Slap bet, guys.
Wembley.
Slap it.
Any takers? Any takers? I'm not doing any slaps anymore, bro.
Bro,
I've done my
Wembley,
part.
Wembley, I'm willing to put 5 slap bets. Like 5.
Wait.
I'm
With
not-
the same
I'm not
person.
doing any slap bets, bro.
Yeah.
Ngoja. Can we put it now?
Nah, like if it's Tandem,
Oh, so
it
you're
has to
scared
be
of
an
me.
Arsenal fan. You're
scared of me.
You're
I
not
know.
losing. You're not winning or losing anything at that point. So
You're not even gonna make it there.
No,
You'll
I've
be
been
watching on the side.
I've been the last 3.
Which 3 what?
The last 2
but now,
FAs.
but now you don't have Ten
The
Hag.
last 2 FAs.
Now you don't have Ten Hag.
Oh, you guys are in the quarters.
Of course.
Bruh, nini bana.
They beat Leicester.
Oh, who are you playing? I don't know, man.
Playing Spurs.
I've only been focusing on.
We're
like-
beating Spurs and then we beat.
so
Palace.
you
And
guys
that's
started
why.
making it there.
And that's why
what I'm
you
saying.
think.
Yeah.
That's why
You
you
can-
think Anthony is a better player than Ahmad Diallo, man.
And you
Stop
don't watch
watching. Stop watching Eredivisie, bro. Watch some Premier League football.
Bakayoko.
What?
There's a Bakayoko somewhere who's better than all 2 of them.
Like, share, subscribe.
Somewhere.
See you guys.
Don't forget to like, yeah.
See you
leave
guys
a
next
comment.
week.
Leave a comment. Tell them leave a comment, bro.
Leave a comment.
Let us know your thoughts.
Let us
Have
know
an
your
amazing
thoughts.
week, guys. Don't be as mid as Rafael Leao this week.
Transition
No,
merchants, bro.
he has a
Transition
fight.
merchants.
No, wamekosana na coach.
Transition merchants, wallahi.
He doesn't
Rafael
start.
Leao. I'm not taking
He
on
missed
Martinelli,
a
but
chance
transition
na
merchants.
lazima ndo the coach gets fired.
Transition merchants, bro. You need
Quick
space.
Matt Rashford.
Yeah, actually. Yeah.
Maumbo.
Mediterranean.